morning, guys. Today is Monday, roughly about 8 or 8:30. I haven't checked recently, but I think it's around that time. And I'm just working on getting some stuff done for my commission that I'm working on. And then I think we're going to start working on our axolotl dragons and getting maybe the clay heads started today. So I mainly want to get the wireframe and the wings done for my commission dragon. I've got most of the wings pretty much done. These are what they're going to look like. And all I'm doing is adding some fingers to it. So I've made the fingers out of Instamorph. The claws look like this. I'm going to have about 3 of them on each wing. I added a little bit of acrylic paint to them to add a bit of a color. That way I don't have to paint them. And I just need to add these real quick, and then I'm going to make the wireframe for our dragon. And then I think the rest of the day I'm going to try and get as many clay heads done for the axolotl dragons that I'm going to put in my Etsy shop. As you can see, I have all the toes put together. They're already done. I'm melting some more Instamorph, and I'm going to combine all of them into one little like hand. And we're going to add it to the wireframe. I actually really like these wings. I think I'm going to have to try and do wings similar to it, like with the partial webbing and then turning into feathers. I like the combination of a webbed wing along with a feathered wing. Very interesting. I haven't done wings like this before. I think what I'll have to do first is add the toes to the ball of Instamorph first, and then add the ball to the end of the wire that is on the wireframe. So it's going to go here, and then after that's hardened, I'm going to glue the fabric around it. So I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. Okay, so at first I thought I was just going to glue this around the fingers, but I think it'll look nicer if I end up sewing it around. So I'm just going to get a little bit of thread, and we're going to sew that real quick. Yeah, this won't take very long at all. So yeah, this weekend I honestly probably should have gotten a bunch of sewing done for the axolotls ahead of time, but I just really was not in the mood to do anything. So I just ended up playing Animal Crossing. I got really lucky. I actually didn't have a Switch ahead of time when the Animal Crossing craze went all over the place, so I ended up just getting a light because right now they're crazy expensive. Have you guys tried to see what Switches are running for online? They're like, I think $500. Like, that's crazy because, you know why it's crazy? They're only like, I think they're less than $300 in Walmart. If you can actually go into a store and find one, which good luck because people are buying them to resell them because of that. They're not that expensive in the store, but even on Walmart's website, they're crazy expensive. I'm guessing people are just marking them up because people are wanting to do the Animal Crossing thing, and since everyone's stuck at home, it's just something that's really popular right now, and people are trying to take advantage of it. It's like, I don't want to spend $500 on a normal Switch. But yeah, I ended up getting lucky and got a light. That way I could at least play Animal Crossing and a few other games. Yeah, it kept me from getting any work done this weekend, but you know what, that's fine. I've been working like crazy all week, so nothing bad about having a little bit of downtime. Okay, those look really good. Okay, so the wings are done. Now I need to make a wireframe for the body, and then we're going to move on to some clay work. Pliers. There we go. Okay. So that is the body. I still need to sew a piece into place. We've got back legs and front legs. Okay, so I want about 3 or so inches to go inside of the head. Down. Then down to the tip of the tail. So that is 29. I need my pen. 29. So now the length of the arms, give about 2 inches extra. There, down. Let's make that 22. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to do the spine, the thicker wire, because the head is kind of heavy because it has the antlers. So we need 29 inches of that. Now we need 2 pieces of wire that are 22 inches long. Now I'm debating if I should use the thinner gauge wire or if I should just use the heavy gauge wire. I think it would just be easier if I use the heavy gauge wire. That way I don't have to reinforce it. 1, 2. I got my hot glue heated up and I'm just going to cover up all these wires so there's no like scratchy bits here and there. It's not really a way of like making the frame stronger, it's just kind of like so this doesn't rub on the inside of the doll. Trying to not drip on myself. There we go. Okay. Now the wireframe isn't really technically done because we still need to add the wireframe that is inside of the wings to the body, but I can't really do that till everything is put together, so I'm gonna call it done for now. Anyways, I'm gonna clean up and then we can start on clay. You know, I feel like I'm all over the place today. I don't know what it is. I just can't, like, focus. I think I'm just tired of being stuck inside. Normally, I am always inside. You would think that this wouldn't bug me, but I just feel very... meh. I still need to make a pair of eyes for one of the axolotl dragons, but I got a bunch of different things that I want to use for the dragons that I'm doing. I just kind of stuck them in here so I didn't have them laying around everywhere. But I'm trying to get the eyes out. I got a pair for the black one. This one's going to be the pink. And these are going to be for... oh, what one is this? Oh, the white one. I was going to use those for the white. The only thing is I need to sand the back of them because there's a bunch of cardboard stuck to it. And then these are all the horns and gems and stuff that I'm going to end up using. So I need to leave the horns out because we're going to bake those in. And then probably the stones, but all these little plastic things will go back in here because I can't really use them right now. They'll end up melting. Put those there. I don't have horns for everybody, but we're going to probably make some that are out of clay instead of resin. So we'll see what we do. Put this back for now. And then I have a black trim, and I'm going to use this for the black one, but I just don't have anything to trim out the other ones to decorate the sides of them. So they'll be done a little bit differently, but I think they'll be fine. The sandpaper pretty much matches my desk identically. That's so weird. It just looks like I'm doing this on my desk. Okay, so I got all my lumps of tinfoil set for the head. They're all roughly about the same size because we're going to make them all pretty much the same size, and I want the heads to be about the same too. And then I got these sanded. They changed quite a bit because the backing was removed, so they're a lot paler, but I like that because they'll work better with the white because these are going to be for the white axolotl. I think I'm going to try and do the black one first. I've got the eyes, I've got a few horns set up, and I don't really have any gems, but we'll figure out the layout and then I can dig through my gems and find something. First things first, we got to cover up our tinfoil. I'm going to try and do all of these as similar as I can, but with different styling. What I mean by that is I want the layout of the face to be pretty much the same. So like the eyes are positioned the same, but like the styling and like the detail will all be different. But for this one, I do have an idea of how to do the horns kind of interestingly. So we'll see if that works. Maybe my eyes are tired, but those don't look even, but then they do look even, and then they don't look even. I don't know. Okay, yeah, that looks cute. Another different type of art doll that I've been wanting to do like multiples of lately that I kind of put off was my little bat goat. It came out so cute, and I said I wanted to do extra of different like variations and stuff, but I never got around to it. I'm still going to. I still have plans for it, with the pattern saved and everything like that. Just, yeah. I think we'll do these ones, and maybe I'll try and make time to do the goats. The goats are really cute, and I had a lot of fun making them. Okay, that's kind of cute. It's a little different. I decided to kind of add a little bit of a pokiness on his top eyelid, but He's kind of looking a bit more cat-like, and I think for the black one, making him look a little cat-like might be cool. So doing that, and now I need to add the little frill thing around his neck. I'm still not sure what gems I have that are like black that I can use on him, but once I get this in place, I'll find something. Now I do know that I did want to mess with the horns with the frill thing, so I kind of want these to be embedded in the frill. So I think I'm going to push them in like here. Like that. And they can be part of the frill. So I'm going to push them in and then push them back into the frill thing. Whoa. I saved him. He only took a little bit of a tumble into my lap. Normally I hot glue the tinfoil to the container, but because I'm doing multiples, I need to be able to pry them off and then put another one on, so I forgot that I did that. So I decided to do this with the horns. I kind of like it. I haven't decided how I want to do the nose, because on the other one I just did little holes, so I think I might do the same, but maybe make them flare out a little bit more. And then I found some scale mail, and I think I might put that in the frill. So maybe like a few. I don't think I'll do a lot. But yeah, like something like that. One more down here. I'm gonna add more decorative bits like the gems and stuff on the top of the head, but we're gonna bake it first because those are plastic and they'll melt. Okay, I've moved on to the pink one, and I've got it roughly laid out. I'm trying something a little bit different, and right now he kind of looks a bit creepy, but my idea is to have the horns all in the front. So, let me see, because I've got these three. They're really pretty, and I'm gonna kind of have like two and then one in the front. So let me see if it'll actually make sense, or should I do like 1, 1, 1, like in a row? You know what? Let's do the one in a row kind of thing. Let's just do a straight line. We might add a little bit more clay because his nose is a little short. I think it looks cute from the front, but from the side profile it looks a little off. I don't know. I do like the front. I just can't like decide on that way. It's just a little bit weird. Maybe once it's put together it'll be fine. Maybe I'm just like overthinking it. Maybe I put too much on it. Maybe that's what's throwing it off. Or did I not put enough? I don't know. I don't hate it. It's just like something's missing or something needs to be removed. Like it's too busy or not busy enough. I can't even decide. You know what? Maybe it's this gap. Maybe I don't like this gap. Maybe I should fill that in. I kind of like it more. All of these are a little loose, so those might get popped off after we bake it and glued into place, because I'm afraid they're going to fall off when we paint it. Okay, I'm a lot happier now that that's filled. I think that gap was what was bugging me. Okay, so I got the heads done for the pink one and the black one, and I just have the lavender one and the white one left, but I don't have eyes for the lavender one. So I figured since I've got those two in the oven right now, I could work on making some eyes for the lavender one, get those all made up. Obviously, they're made out of resin. I've got to make them, and they've got to cure overnight, so we can't make the head for that one right now. So once we get the eyes done, we'll probably work on some sewing or something. I would work on the head for the white one, but I don't want to run the oven twice and then run it again tomorrow, so I figured I'd save some energy doing it that way. Okay, so I think I'll measure out enough to do like 2 pairs, just so I have like options, because I'll probably make like 2 different types and pick which one I like more. My bottle is getting a little old. I don't know what happened. Like, I guess maybe I left it open like slightly too long, but the resin that's at the edge of it is getting kind of tacky and thick. So I don't know what it's doing, but the rest of the resin in here is fine. And then part B. But yeah, since the lavender one is like all purple and stuff, I want to go for like a purple color eye. So I've got my mica powder picked out that I want to try out. But I think I also want to see what it will look like if I use just purple glitter. Or I might mix both of them and just see what would happen if I did glitter in one and just mica powder in the other. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, that is all mixed. Now my problem is I want these to be slightly translucent. And I need to be very careful to only add a tiny, tiny amount of this to it. don't want to like overdo it. That maybe? That should be good. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, okay, yeah. I could have actually added more if I wanted to, but I want them to be translucent. So that looks perfect. Now I need to make sure to get the bubbles out. Okay, I had enough resin to do a bunch of different tries. So this pair is just the mica powder, the very light amount of it. And then I added some purple glitter to that for these two. So this is mica powder and glitter. And then these four over here, I decided to get a white mica powder that has a shimmery effect, and I added it to the purple mica powder and the glitter. So these have 3 different things in them, 2 and then 1. So we'll see how they turn out. I'm gonna wait a day and then I can pop them out. I'm really liking these though. I might end up going for the 2 mica powder and glitter ones. They look really cool. But I still like how translucent these came out. I really like those too. Also, a good hint, if you're pouring resin and have a bunch of bubbles in it, just kind of keep tapping it and also kind of blow on it, but like with hot breath, like you're trying to fog up a window kind of breath, because that'll help the bubbles rise and pop at the surface. And so far, I think I got all the bubbles out of this pair and this pair, but these were poured last, so they're still kind of doing their bubbly thing. So I'm just going to keep tapping and kind of blowing on them until they're done doing that. But they're kind of more cloudy, so if I don't get all the bubbles out, it's not too big of a deal. Okay, so I kind of lied. I did get a little bit of sewing done this weekend. I just kind of forgot that I did this. But I got the tail done for the black one, and I love how this looks. It's so pretty. Yeah, I'm really excited for the black one. And then I have half of the tail sewn for the lavender one, and then I've got the stuff for the pink and white one over here. So I'm gonna start sewing this. So my goal is to at least get one more tail done today. But it takes forever because you gotta make sure all the fur stays out of the way. And like the first half isn't bad because you can do it like pinching everything and just sewing, but like the second half you kind of have to like sew from the outside of it, if that makes any sense. And it just takes a little bit longer flipping the fabric back and forth and avoiding the fur. But yeah, the tails actually do take quite a bit of sewing to get done. Which I'm not too surprised because a lot of the time sewing takes me forever. Normally when I put a creature together, I have to schedule in a whole day for that because putting a creature together is a lot. Normally I try to get all the parts complete, so like with the commission that I'm currently working on, I've got all the clay pieces done, the head's done, the antlers are done, all the sewing is pretty much done before putting it together, wire frame, wings are even done, and then basically tomorrow I think I'll do this, is I'll start assembling everything. And the assembling of things has to be done in a specific order because of the way things are laid out, and it's very time consuming, and again with fur fabric you have to constantly keep moving the fur out of the way to see what you're doing. So yeah, normally when it's a day where I'm putting something together, it's the only thing I get done that day. The wyvern that I did, the X-wing, that actually took me 2 days to put together because even though it didn't have fur fabric, it had a lot involved in it. The extra wings and all that. But yeah, the tails take quite a bit of time to put together, but it's not that bad. Most of the sewing I could probably get done since I'm not recording them for a tutorial. I can do it at night while watching TV or something. One thing that's kind of cool is this is technically pink. It's the same kind of fabric that I used on the original axolotl. But because you're putting it up against the purple, it looks like a kind of grayer, paler purple. But if I was to put it up against the white, you immediately start seeing a pink. So it's kind of cool. It changes colors depending on the color you have next to it. Just the way your eyes decide to register it. Okay, there we go. Oh, that looks so pretty. It looks like a flower. I really like that. Awesome. One more down. Okay guys, I think that's it for today's vlog. I'm gonna get the other 2 tails sewn up probably tonight or something while watching TV, like I said. If not, they'll be done sometime this week. And then, of course, we got the other heads, but I've got to get that commission done before anything else. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!